There is a whale who's big and blue. She lives in the sea, and her name is Drew. She's just discovered a groovy disco, a place called the Waves, where all the fish go. But because of her size, she just can't get in. If only, she sighed, I was smaller and thin. As she peered through a door, it was easy to see that this was a place where she longed to be. The eels were electric, and the starfish all glittered. The lobsters showed off, as the shrimps just tittered. Drew tried to enter, but the door was too small. Try as she might, she just dented the wall. "You're far too big," said the prawns on the door. "Please move along, or we'll call in the law." For a line had gathered, and they started to say, "We're all stuck behind you. Get out of our way." So sadly, Drew left, with a flip of her tail. There was no one sadder than Drew the whale. Later that night, a huge storm blew. But Drew slept through it. She hadn't a clue. The following day, when she went for a swim, Drew noticed 5 fish who looked a bit grim. "Whatever's the matter?" inquired the whale. Then one fish pointed with the tip of his tail. The place called the Waves, it was no more. All that was left was a swinging door. Because of the storm that had raged overnight, the place had been flattened. What a terrible sight! It was then an idea occurred to young Drew. She turned to the fish, saying, "I know what to do." Much later that day, across the seabed were dotted some posters that all the fish read. "A new club opens right here tonight. A disco sensation. Wear something bright." That night the fish came. From near and afar, some squids and a crab who came in a car. Then Drew arrived. Oh, what a sight! As wide as the reef and twice the height. "Where is it then?" called Dennis the Chub. "This is the spot, but I can't see a club." Drew opened her mouth, and the crowd all stared. They started to tremble. They were really scared. "So that's your plan," cried out the bunch. "The disco's a trap. We're here as your lunch." Now this reaction Drew hadn't banked on. "Don't be silly. I only eat plankton." Inside was a disco, brand spanking new, with lights and tables and a dance floor too. The discs were spun by Ramon the prawn, who got them all dancing all night until dawn. What a clever young whale is our swinging Drew. She's not just the hostess, she's the party too. And everyone's welcome. It costs only a dime. So do come along for a whale of a time.